With the release of Dragon's Dogma 2, many people will now rush to beat it as fast as they can. To be the first to beat, to be the fastest to beat, it's just a matter of time. Or new patches to fix the performance. When we see news saying the player let me solo Rook beat Dragon's Dogma 2 in just 6 minutes and 9 seconds. And that got me thinking, how fast could you die in every Dragon's Dogma game? And I say every as if it has more than 2, but you get the idea. How fast in you chosen a reason can disappoint the dragon and just die. Because Dragon's Dogma could be tough. On a hard difficulty, even regular goblins can one-shot you. Timer starts as soon as I get to control or interact as the main character, and stops when I see the reloading screen. Hoping in Dragon's Dogma Darker Reason. The first thing I do is start the game on a hard mode. It will increase the damage of monsters, making it way easier for them to do their job. Here comes the tricky part. During the intro, the character we are controlling is Savan and not our character, so I'm not sure if that really counts. Technically, I can already control the character and technically I can get this character killed, but it's not the character we spend most of our time in the game, and I guess nothing stops me from checking both options. So to make sure I find the fastest way, I tested a few options. The first encounter with enemies is 12 seconds into the game, and it only took me 27 seconds to die. Nothing complicated, but here I noticed that this guy could have aimed better and killed me sooner, so I gave it another try. This time I made sure to stumble across every hit they made, and it took only 26 seconds to do the job. My other theory was to run through the first mobs right to a bigger camp with a hobgoblin in that team, but this guy gets so excited seeing me he wastes 10 seconds of my precious time. With that, I can confidently say that in Dragon's Dogma, you can die as soon as 26 seconds. But if we take into account that it should be the main character, then it would definitely take more time, since I should pass the tutorial and get through the character creation menu, as well as some cutscenes. I start again and run all the way up to the Chimera. Here I take some time to use the Riftstone to summon other pawns. I do that to survive the next encounter, as harpies on hard mode happen to be quite dangerous. Ironically, I can't let myself die yet. Beautifully killing those hobgoblins with explosive barrels and fighting harpies until the passage is open. Observing the speedrun world record holder, I learned you can die to Chimera and it would still count and trigger the cutscene. So I decided to save my time and not play the hero. The appearance doesn't really matter here because it doesn't affect the HP, so I skip through all of this as fast as I can. The wind is pushing me right into Grigori's mouth and more cutscene skips. I pick Mage as my starting vocation for it has the lowest HP and rush my way out of Cassidy's. For fuck's sake, Rook, it's not about you, please. As soon as I get out of town gates, I run to the back of goblins, pulling Mr. Beast from my previous Dragon's Dogma video that you should watch by the way, and let them do the rest, since it's the fastest way to God's Bane myself. With that, it took me 5 minutes 25 seconds to die as the main character in Dragon's Dogma. And without wasting any time, let's jump in Dragon's Dogma 2. Wait, no, actually... Now we can move on. Dragon's Dogma 2 has no difficulty option, so I just start a new game. To be fair, the hardest difficulty was to start a new game after you've already created a character. Anyway, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the timer starts the moment I can control the character or interact as a main character. I decided it would start the second I press a button to skip Fiska's dialogue. Before that, I choose a fighter vocation. It has its purpose, I'll explain later. So after I go through Fiska's speech, I have to take quite a long work without the ability to speed it up. Fuck are you doing here, Rook? You don't have to make everything about you, okay? And finally, I can jog. I will sink you in the river. Just wait. The jumping in this game looks kinda weird, by the way, and another cutscene skipped and I can finally run, dash, and this part is why I've picked the fighter vocation and not the mage. In this sequence, Medusa won't kill you, but to proceed further you need to take down one of her health bars. So to do that as fast as I can, I've chosen the vocation that should deal more damage, I think. After we're done with Medusa, I skip the last cutscene on this run and rush my way right to the angry crowd that beats me to death, marking the death time as 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Can you die faster in these games? Well, probably yes. My runs weren't perfect, I had some missed inputs here and there that may add a second or two, but it can at least happen this early. Feel free to beat my record and I'll gladly take a former world record holder title. I just don't want to go through all of these dances with the tambourine to restart the game for a few seconds difference. Hope you enjoyed this video and don't hesitate to subscribe and support this video with your comments, and let me know what type of Dragon's Dogma 2 content you want to see in the future. Also, how about we scam Capcom? You can hire my pawn so I can get those rift crystals for free. That would be cool, right? And for you, you'll get a great support healer. Hire my pawn. Bye.
Great!